just a second. All right, so twisting side to side. Make sure you've got your bands close by, right? So we'll use both the big band and the mini loop. And if you don't have a big band and you just had a mini loop, you'd use dumbbells instead. But we're not using dumbbells today because I know you guys both have the good stuff. So as you're twisting, make sure you're opening up those arms, you're twisting at the hip. We're gonna go about one more to each side, and then we're gonna get our legs moving. So you're gonna do high knees, just getting your knees up to at least your waistline. Going side to side. It doesn't have to be fast, I don't care. You don't have to go fast. Because, you know, I don't really care. I'm going to go at my speed, you at your speed. That's how it's going to work. As long as you're getting your knee at least up to your waistline, that's all that matters. And then if you can, you're going to go up onto your tiptoes and march. So heels are staying off the floor and you're tiptoe marching. And that makes it harder, right? Because you're all wobbly and bouncy. All right, I'm going all over the computer. So we got about 10 seconds, then we're going to go into some arm circles. So we'll go about 4 more here. Here's 1, 2, 3, 4. Legs stay put, arms are coming forward, right? So you can do kind of mini in between circles. I don't like to do big circles because my shoulders don't want to. So this is mine, right? And I got like a half bend in my elbows. So it's kind of like a relaxed circle, right? And then we're going to reverse. So as you're reversing in that circle, start to think of those shoulder blades, right? Squeeze them together because we are going to do lots of fun posture moves today. Isn't that awesome? It is. Then you're going to do chest openers. So you're going to bring your arms together, come wide and squeeze. Together, wide and squeeze. So as you squeeze those shoulder blades, try to make sure that your sternum comes forward, right? You're stretching out those arms, squeezing those shoulder blades, right? We got to get warmed up because it's kind of cool outside. So we got to sweat faster. We got 5 more. Here's 1. Here's 2. Here's 3. 4. Here's 5. Keep doing those arm movements. Just add butt kicks. Joke's on you. So you can move your arms a little bit quicker, right? Kicking back with those legs, warming up those quads. Going side to side. Feeling good. Right? It always feels good. I think. You're doing Pilates, so already your day's made. You're going to be like, I've done Pilates today. Doesn't matter what else happens. That's what I think. So we got 10 more seconds here. And then we're going to warm up our legs a little bit more. So go 1 more to each side. And then we're going to go into our calf raises. So you can just keep your hands by your hips. I got the coffee burps. Right? Moving too much. I'm just going up and down on those tiptoes. Trying to get those ankles and calves stretched out because we're going to be doing lots of movement today. So you want your calves and ankles to be ready to go, right? Because if they're not, you're just going to fall over. I won't because I'm warmed up, but, you know. So we got 3 more like this, then we're going to go in to a different move. So there's 1. Here is 2. Here is 3. So starting with our right leg, you're just going to have your leg come wide and back, right? Nothing fancy. You're just going wide and back. So as you're doing that, try to think of your posture, right? Try not to just totally lean to the left side. If you needed something to help with your balance, you could use a chair or the wall, whatever makes you happy. I don't care, right? So we got 3 more like this. All right, go ahead and do 1 more. And then you're going to do a front to back kick, right? So your legs coming forward and back, right? Forward and back. Like you're kicking a ball, right? And this will test your balance just like this, right? Your left leg's gonna start burning all of a sudden. We gotta loosen up those hips because they're gonna get some action today too. Everything's getting some work today. So we got 5 more. There's 1, 2, here's 3, 4, and 5. Now our right leg's staying down. You're gonna cross your left foot over to that right ankle or Achilles, and we're doing a single leg calf raise, right? So you can have your hands on your hips again, right? If you wanted to make it more challenging for your balance, you can have your arms up, but I'm good with my hands on my hips, so that's what I'm doing, right? So we're gonna go about 10 more seconds here. Ooh, don't lose your focal point, you'll fall over. I almost did. 5 seconds, Go ahead and do 2 more. Here's 1, here's 2, and left leg is going wide, right? So we're just coming wide and back, keeping the core tight, shoulders are relaxed. You're relaxed, you're thinking like, ha, I know what to expect now. But it's gonna be all kinds of fun. We're gonna switch up the band so much, you're gonna be like, I don't know which way's up, which way's down, what band I'm using, and it's not gonna matter, you know? So that's at least good, right? So then about 10 more seconds, then we'll do our front to back kick, right? Can't forget about that. 5 seconds, and we're doing our front to back kick, right? So your legs kicking forward and back, right? I should have been a soccer player. Look at that kick. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not very good with land sports, you know. I gotta stick to the water. That's why my pants are blue like water. I got the jokes today, all of them. So just trying to kind of relax that leg. You don't have to force this kick. You should feel your right leg burning with it because it's stabilizing you, right? And your left leg should be loosening up with this. So you're almost there. You got 5 seconds if I don't fall over. Go ahead and do 2 more. And we got our single leg calf raise, right? So we're crossing our right ankle over. We're going up and down on our left foot, okay? The hands can be at your hip, right? Hands can kind of be wherever you want, as long as you don't fall over. If you needed a wall or a chair to help you balance, you could too, right? It's not gonna make it any easier, maybe mentally, but nothing else. Got 10 seconds here. All right, we're almost there. You got 5 seconds. Let's do 2 more. There's 1. Here's 2. You're gonna relax, right? We're gonna grab our large band here first, right? So we got our big large band. So if you had the mini loop, you can just put it around your ankles and do a monster walk, right? But if you have a big band available, you're gonna step on it with both feet, down right in the middle, and you're gonna cross your straps and you're gonna pull all the way up so your band is up by your hips that whole time. So as you hold here, you have to hold your posture, okay? And we're gonna do what's called a penguin walk. So you're keeping your legs straight, you're walking as wide as you can to one side, as wide as you can to the other, right? So you could go like 2 to 3 steps each way, right? It really depends on how much room you have. You wanna make sure that you always have distance in that band, right? So there's no slack, your feet aren't coming together, you're picking your feet up so don't drag your feet on the floor, right? It's tempting, but your band won't work if you drag it. Okay, and you're just going side to side here, right? So if you have the mini loop, you can do the same motion, you just won't be holding that band up. Okay, so keeping those legs straight, going wide, wide, wide. This should be burning, right? And if it doesn't, just pull up on your strap more. Right, my glutes aren't liking this. Ooh, yuck. Right, we're almost there. You have 10 seconds, right? I told you we were working on hips today. Okay, so now you're gonna keep your legs wide. You're gonna do a penguin tilt, right? So you're shifting weight side to side, but you're holding that resistance as wide as you can. So you'll go tilt to the right, left, right, left, right, right, left, right, left. So if you're doing this correctly, this should be torture on your hips and glutes, right? If it's not, make sure your legs are wider, right? And you're just shifting weight side to side. It's not a huge movement. It's a lot more challenging than it feels like it should be, right? But you're gonna do it either way. Okay, going side to side, side to side, side to side. Ugh, man, we're starting off with the nasty stuff first, so that's good at least, right? Got 10 seconds. Ooh, I'm not gonna be able to walk to the camera after this. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, relax, right? Get the feeling back in those legs. So now you're gonna have the band up in your hands. So if you're using a mini loop, you could just hold it in your hands the same way we're gonna do it with the big band. So you wanna hold about shoulder width apart, right? You're gonna add resistance, you're gonna do a lat pull down, right? So my screen, I gotta kneel down a little bit for you. You're gonna have your band up, you're gonna pull down to your chest, squeeze, and come up. So you're pulling down, squeezing, and up, right? So you wanna keep that resistance. When you come up top, you're gonna pull and then pull down, right? So I can kneel down so you can see a little bit. So you pull lean, and up, right? You don't have to lean down right now. I just am because my wall isn't tall enough, I guess. I don't know, right? So keep that control. Every time those elbows come down, your shoulder blades should be squeezing, right? That's what I knew you'd say. I could tell. Okay, so we're gonna do 5 more, and then we're gonna build from here, right? So as you're building from there, it's like your glutes are still just kind of cramping up. Mine are. Okay, 1 more here. I didn't count, so. Okay, so now you're gonna have that being right in front of your chest. You're gonna pull as wide as you can. You're only gonna come halfway back. So it's like an inch. You're gonna come back an inch and squeeze. Inch and squeeze, right? So your arms should be tense this whole time. Your shoulder blades should be squeezed the whole time, right? So you're never relaxing those shoulder blades. Your core is tight, right? We're pulsing that band. We're breathing. It feels delightful, doesn't it? It sure does. Okay, we got 15 seconds, right? So it's a slow, controlled pulse. You want to hold that resistance, burn up those arms, practice that posture. Okay, you got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You're gonna relax. Boop, boop, boop. Okay, so same thing. We got our long band here. You're gonna step on it with your right foot. Left leg is going to be moving as we do this motion. So it's kind of a 2-part move here. So you want to have your hands by your hips. That's the word. Elbows are going to be bent. So you're going to step back with your left foot. You're going to kick back. You'll bend and then step. Right? So if you had the mini loop, you could use dumbbells instead because it's a little bit harder to do this. Right? But you're going to step, kick back, come back in. Step and kick back, come back in. Right, so you want to make sure when you're kicking back, you're pushing past those hips, right? So the more you step on your band or the more you hold of it, the tighter and more challenging it gets. But you want to hold resistance in your band the whole time, right? So a lot of times when people use bands, they let them get saggy. You want to keep them tight that whole time, right? Because if the band is tight, your muscles are going to be tight. That's the rule. It's science. I didn't make it up. So your next motion, you're going to keep that left leg back. You're going to pulse in your tricep. So slightly hinge forward, right? Look down at the ground. You're pushing past your hips, right? And it should be burning. Try to make sure your head's not hanging down, right? Those shoulder blades should still be squeezing. And we got 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, you're gonna relax. And now you remember you have 2 legs. So left leg has that band. Same setup here. Elbows are by your side. You're gonna start with them bent. Right leg steps back. You kick back and bend. Step and kick and bend. Step and kick and bend. Step and kick and bend, right? Step and kick and bend. How fun is that? So fun, you're wishing we would do this longer. I know. I get it, right? So nice and controlled, right? You're trying to step back as far as you can, just with that right toe. Remember, the band is staying tight the whole time. Okay, we got 5 seconds and then you pulse. So here's 1, here's 2, you pulse, right? So slightly lean forward, right? Left knee should be bent. You're pulsing, 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 pulsing. It should be burning. I think this feels pretty awful. I think my bands are too heavy. Right, we got 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. Okay, shake your arms out. So now we got the mini loop here, okay? So if you don't have a mini loop and you still have that long band, you can always tie a knot in it. You're gonna have the mini loop is gonna be around your ankles or shins. Let me get a different band. Mine's about to tear, and I don't want it to snap. My legs are just too strong, you know. Okay. So you got it right around your shins or your ankles. It's really up to you, right? So what you're gonna do here, you're gonna start with your feet somewhat together. Remember, you've got resistance in that band. You're gonna step wide, right? Step wide, squat down. If the squat doesn't feel good to you, take it out and just step wide, step wide, right? So only do the squat if it feels okay. Ready? And go. So step wide, shift the hips back, squat down, and up. Step wide, squat down. So as you squat, make sure you have the weight back in your heels, you shift your weight back, you sit, and you come up, right? Think of like there's a porta potty behind you, right? You don't want to have to sit on it, so you're gonna squat, right? Nobody wants to sit on a porta potty. I sure don't, right? I'd rather, I don't know, hold my pee forever, I guess. So you're just gonna tap, tap, squat, right? Tap, tap, squat, right? Tap, tap, squat, right? If you're taking that squat out, you're just tapping side to side, right? Taking your time, core is tight. So either motion you do, it's fine, right? Don't feel like you have to squat, but if you can, you might as well, right? So going side to side. We've got 30 seconds left, right? So go at a pace that you can maintain, right? Make sure you're challenging those glutes. You should be feeling this in both legs. If you don't, you need a heavier band or you need to step wider, okay? Doing a great job. We got 10 seconds, right? Almost there. I almost keep on. I want to do like multiple taps. So let's go one more tap each way. Then you're going to stand up, relax. Then you're going to grab your big band. So you can keep your little mini loop around your legs if you want. I'm lazy, so I'm not taking mine off. So we're going to do what's called a hitchhiker here. So your left hand is going to have part of the band. It's going to be on your left hip, right? Your right arm or right hand, you're going to grab with the other side of the band. You're going to make a thumbs up, and you're going to extend out, right? So kind of like disco, I don't know, staying alive, whatever makes you happy. So your right arm will extend out and in. So it's bent, extend, bent, extend, bent, extend, right? So you're trying to stretch that out as much as you can. If it feels easy, just grab more of the band with your left hand, and it'll make that resistance tighter, right? Right, this is your hitchhiking, but don't hitchhike right now. That's not socially distant, you know. I wouldn't hitchhike either way, but so this should be burning through that arm and shoulder. I'm just rambling in between movements, you know. Okay, we got 5 more. There's 1, here's 2, here's 3, here's 4, here's 5. Okay, now we gotta switch. So right hand is at our hip, left arm has your thumbs up, and you're extending and back. So remember, you start bent, extend, right? Bent, extend. And even when that arm comes back, hold that resistance, right? Don't let your band sag completely. You want to control your resistance band, right? Trust me, you're stronger than the resistance band. It's not that strong. It might feel challenging, but you could break the band if you wanted. I'm sure you could. I break bands all the time. Good thing they're not too expensive. Okay, we're doing a great job. We're going 5 more. Here's 1. See what happened? I broke my band. Too strong. 2. Here's 3. Here's 4. Here's 5. Okay, now we can set that down. So back to our mini loop. You're focusing on one leg, so if you have the other band, that's fine too. We're just gonna kick our leg wide and back, right? So if you can tap your toe in between. If you wanna make it harder, don't let your leg touch the floor, right? So we're just isolating, moving that right leg. And that's gotta be fun, you know? My band's getting sweaty. Let's see if I can break more than 1 band today. I hope not. Then I'm gonna have to get like the heavy duty resistance. And then I'll really cry during these videos, right? So remember, foot can touch in between, or you can kind of let it come back and hover, right? But when that leg comes back, remember, resistance is still there, right? Don't let that band get so relaxed that it slides down your shins or ankles. Okay, we got 30 seconds left to this side, right? Stay nice and strong. Sure we are. Right? Woo! Don't lose your focal point. Don't use me as your focal point because I might fall over. I don't know. Okay, you got 10 seconds. Keep on stretching that band. Keep on moving. So you should feel your left leg tightening up too. Okay, we got 5 more. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so now we're switching. Right foot's down, left leg goes wide. Ooh, my left leg's tired. I don't know about you, but mine's tired. Okay, so remember, foot can come down between each one if you want, or let it just barely come down and hover. Okay, so just nice and controlled. You can tell my left leg is not as strong as my right leg. That's okay. That means I'm a normal person. You might not think so, but I am. No. Okay, we got 30 seconds left. My right glute is about to give out on me, so I got to punch it a little bit. Helps wake it up. Okay, nice and controlled. Remember, focus on that resistance. So when your leg comes back, don't let that band sag. If your band keeps falling down, you either have a slippery band or you're letting it get too relaxed. Okay, so you've got 5 seconds here, so we'll go 5 more. There's 1, here's 2, here's 3, here's 4, and there's lovely 5. Okay, so now you can take that mini loop up off, and you're gonna grab your large band again, and you're gonna have your band behind your back, and it's gonna come right underneath your armpits. So on this, you wanna hold as close to your armpits as you can. You're gonna bring your arms out straight. You're gonna let your arms come wide and then back, wide and back. Okay, so we'll be adding to this, right? But you wanna hold that resistance that whole time. If you feel like your band keeps rolling it up, try to put it down below your shoulder blades, right? Let those shoulder blades do the trick. Okay, and your goal is to keep those arms straight and hold that resistance. So it's kind of like you're almost doing a chest fly here, right? But you're holding those bands nice and tight, okay? So you're up tall, you're breathing, right? Your core is tight, you're holding that resistance. If it feels too easy, just make your resistance pull a little bit tighter, right? And hold your arms away from your body as much as you can, okay? You're doing a great job. I'm telling you, I chose too tight of a resistance band, right? But I'll finish it out, right? Maybe I'll let it loose a little. Okay. We got 15 seconds, right? Nice and controlled. You're almost there. You have 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. Okay. So now your biceps have been feeling pretty left out, I can tell. You're going to step on that band with your right foot, and your left leg is going to be back as wide as you feel it can. You want to try to just stay on your tiptoe of that left foot. So with the band, you're going to make a thumbs up, right? And you're going to curl thumb to shoulder and back. So keep your elbows tucked in tight, right? We don't want chicken wings, right? You want to curl so your thumb touches your shoulder. Control that weight back. Shoulder and back. So make sure your right knee is staying bent, right? And don't feel like you have to have that left leg back really far. It can even still be staggered, right, and close, and it's still going to help with that balance, right? So that's why we have our legs distance, is because we want to get some balance in there too. Right? Balance is a little bit important, of course. Okay, nice and controlled. Keep those shoulders relaxed. You're going thumb to shoulder and back. Thumb to shoulder and back. And remember, when our arms come down, watch that resistance. Don't let that band sag. Okay, you're doing a great job here. We're almost there, then we got a pulse on the other side. Yeah, you know it. Okay, you're doing a great job. You got 10 seconds. Keep on curling. Keep on breathing. You got 3 more like this. Here's 1. Here's 2. Here's 3. All right, so we're going to switch legs. This time we're going to do a pulse with it. So left foot's on that band. Your right leg is back as far as you feel you can. You're going to curl as high up as you can, only come to halfway, okay? So it's like you're letting your arms come to a 90-degree angle, almost, and that's about it, right? So you can see my range of motion. It's a lot smaller, right? My biceps are contracted the whole time, and it doesn't feel very good. That's how you know you're doing it right, right? So keep on curling up, slowly come down. Control that resistance. The slower you let that band come down, the more it's going to work those biceps, right? That's going to give you body control, and balance is basically just body control, okay? You have 10 seconds, hanging on to it, keep on breathing. Then you're going to curl up, you're going to hold right here, right? So try to hold that resistance as much as you can. Your core is tight. You're going to let your hands come down just a smidge, and now you're holding it halfway. So holding them, you're going to let them come down a little bit more, hold, then you can release. Okay, so we got one final exercise today, and it's going to be our penguins again. Yes, right? So penguins, you either have your band under your feet, and you cross and pull all the way to your hips, or you can have a mini loop around your arches or ankles. But if you have a big band, do it this way because it's more fun. So we got our straight legs, we're stepping side to side, right? We got to finish you out here, okay? So hold that resistance, right? You can keep your elbows kind of close to your body. Try not to let those feet drag, right? And you want to keep distance between those feet, right? So you're stepping wide, right? Your glutes should be burning. But we will mix it up here a little bit. We're going to add the tilt in between. Isn't that cool? It is. So go ahead, you're going to go 2 more to whatever side you're on. Hold that resistance. You're going side to side, tilt. Ooh, yuck. Okay? So your feet are as wide as you can. You're shifting weight side to side, side to side. So it looks silly, but this is the hardest exercise on the workout today. Okay? So if you're not feeling it, you've got to get those legs as wide as possible. Hold that resistance. But this one, it's pretty hard not to feel it. Okay? You have 5 seconds, then we're going to penguin walk again. Keep hanging on to that resistance. Don't give in to the burn. Work through that burn. Okay? 3, 2, 1. Penguin walks. Woo! My walks are going to start getting a little bit smaller. Okay? Stepping as wide as you can. Right? And you don't even have to go fast. Okay? Your glutes right now are probably saying, they're not going to move. But just think, now you know how hard penguins work. Gosh, they got strong glutes, I guess. Okay, you're doing a great job. 5 seconds until we tilt, and then we're done for the day. So step those legs as wide as possible. Ready? And we tilt. Whoo! I don't like this one. It's tough. So keep those legs as wide as possible. Work through that burn. It's icky. It's awful. Your glutes might give in. Mine are trying to. Keep those legs wide. 10 seconds to go. Keep holding it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. Let go of your band. You walk those legs out. I had to wobble to my screen. No big deal.